Hello everyone, and welcome to a Let's Play of DorfRomantik. I have posted yesterday on my channel and that I am looking for a game that would be a little bit more quiet, a little bit more peaceful than what I usually play. And while you guys have suggested a lot of things, and I appreciate that, it was by accident that I found this game. And, not to say that I won't check the ones that you posted, but DorfRomantik is something that I really like. It's from the same genre of Terrascape that I played about a year ago. A game where you create landscapes and you try to achieve as big of a landscape and as high of a score as possible. It is a game that you can just play with a cup of tea, rest and enjoy without being pitted against AI, without having a care in the world. And that's what I sometimes crave. So I thought I would share this experience with you. It is just a calm game that's on sale right now for about €6. So if you will like what you see, I highly suggest that you go and grab it because it seems like an indie title that received a lot of love. It's still being developed and I really like it. So let's jump in. There is a couple of modes here. There's classic mode, there's hard mode. Both of these I tested, but I got the game today, so I'm still discovering and unlocking stuff. There's also creative mode, which is truly infinite without any stress, quick mode and monthly mode, and they have a custom mode, but I haven't checked those. Today we're gonna play classic mode because it is what I want basically. So let's go ahead and start the game. Now, there isn't really too many mechanics to speak about. You have a pack of tiles here. We have 4D tiles that we can place on the map. These tiles, when placed correctly, will give us score, and our goal is to get as many tiles on the map and as high of a score as possible. I think I already mentioned that, but it always is good to say that again. Now, when I rotate, you will see that sometimes the border is highlighted. That means that you will get a score for this one because the tiles next to this tile that you're going to be placing match, meaning we're putting grassland near grassland, and thus the game will reward you with a score. There's also on top of this tile 3+ with a picture of a railroad, meaning that if we can connect 3 more railroad tiles to this one, we are going to be rewarded by more tiles. And that's it. That literally is all there is to it. So you try to put the tiles in a logical order, creating really beautiful landscapes that naturally fit, and you're trying to match the tiles in chains, getting yourself more tiles. Easy, right? I always ask how can you actually fail in such a game, but eventually it gets so hard and there are so many requirements that you just do not get any more tiles in your stack and it's game over. But it's not bad because you usually spend a lot of time in the landscape itself. Anyway, let's play. We're gonna start by doing this. Okay, well, here we could connect over the forest and grow the grassland. I'm just wondering if we'll be able to find... Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you here rather, because I would like to have the forest separated. And of course, here we have another request for a city. Alright, and you want 3 fields. The game really is giving us a lot of challenges right off the bat. Should we go like this? No, let's go like this. Alright. Now I would like to... Hey, that would already give us 2... That's pretty lucky. Well, yeah, I mean in the beginning and you get these pretty well. So now you'll see that we'll get additional cards. We get 10 because we fulfilled 2 of the quests here. Okay, we'll fulfill another one. Now we have 49. Let's put you in this. Now we have a river tile here. Rivers really bring out the best of this game. I like them so much. But they can also be a little bit complicated to place, because you do not get that many of those. guess that there was going to be a lake here soon. Okay, let's go like this. If we can fit another tile in between these, it will fill this, and we could start. Alright, let's go like this. We'll create a little bit of a lake, and hopefully the river will be able to go this way, but we will see. Okay, more forests. It is tempting to put it here, but I really want to connect these farmlands together. So let me just put it. Okay, this looks nice. Yep, we can continue the lake like so. This would be nice. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it this way. Okay, we finished another of the quests. So we're building a little city here. Is there a way? And there's the railroad over there. That is... Alright, let's do it this way. We really need to turn the railroad northwards though in here, which might be a little bit of a problem. The railroad tiles can get really complicated. You will notice that some of the tiles morph a little bit if you try to connect them, which I can appreciate, but this is... So you could have like a dead-end lake here if you wanted to, or we can kind of hope. It would not make sense to have this is a little bit of a weird tile. Where do we want to put this one? Could we get... I think we could. Alright, let's do it this way. I have a plan here. We're just gonna close off the lake and have the river loop southwards here. Alright, the city can come in here. Oh, nice. We're actually getting... We're gonna get a... Alright. This was connected really nicely, though it doesn't make much sense score points wise. I just have to go like this. Alright, more rivers. Alright, let's go like this for naturally creating a large... That's interesting, actually. We could have like a really loopy river here. And yeah, sometimes the game gives you these towns with, for example, trains or ships, which will sail around. Just working with the overall ambience here. 50 towns, so doing kind of okay so far. Let's put you over here. I'm kind of worried about the railroad here, because yeah, now we're... why not? This would actually work though. We could have another river over here. Or we could have another railroad over here. It doesn't make sense in the context of this tile though. So let's instead put it here, like so. Alright, another sort of a lake here. I like how sometimes you can close it off. Like in this instance, it would be really nicely finished, but I hate the dead ends on rivers, so it's not something that I'm really looking forward to. This could make sense, but no. Let's actually continue like this. Another farmland. Alright, this makes sense. So far so good. And you would even connect here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that worked out fine. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. More farmland. You can get special bonuses if you fill these gaps with a perfect tile. You'll get additional extra bonuses, so I like to keep them around for when it really fits. Alright, we have... Wow, we could build a huge lake here. Oh, that's gonna be really nice. We'll have like a large body of water here. Too bad this doesn't fit. What about here? Yeah, that would fit. Alright, what about you? Like a narrow city forming over here. I'm not entirely sure if there is... Yeah, this is gonna lock us out of a possible continuation because we would have to... You know, this will mean that we have to find a river and a railroad tile at the same time, which is possible, but not very likely. Do I want to risk that? None of these really fit well. Or I could just put it somewhere like here and risk. Then we're gonna build an additional railroad. Yeah, actually, let's start an additional railroad here. We might need to do that. Alright, for cities, it is sometimes fairly complicated to fit them well, but here I feel like it's gonna work fine. Yes. Got 140 points from this one. Nice. And it even gave us some cards. I'm happy. Content with the life we've been given. Right, this would fit nicely. Here we have a continuation of our lake. I should make this one count, shall we? Yeah, we can do it like so, forming a little bit of a forest over here. Alright, this one fits very well. And this one will fit nicely too. Okay, 95, so we will need... We just need one forest tile to close this one off. Yeah, do it like this. Finalized the river chain. What about here? Yeah, this would work. This will close it off. We can't have that. have that many farmlands to go with. I guess this one makes sense. So what do we have here? We have one river and a lake forming. We have another river here. 1 and 2 railways. A little bit of a field area here. A large forest in this area. Alright, either way, you fit, but you fit perfectly well here. That's nice. Oh, and we just unlocked a new biome, Blossom. As I said, I've been playing it on a little, so I'm nowhere near actually getting these things unlocked. Can we get it here? Would that make sense? I guess it would. Let's put it here. But we'll need to make sure that we finalize this, because we have 45 towns. It might seem like a lot, but we have a couple of quests around. And you can find yourself running out of towns really quickly if you don't make it a priority of closing these. So, where could you go? I guess over here makes sense. Yeah, this one won't work. Okay, let's create another forest over here. A full body of water over here makes sense, at least to me. River can. Yeah, alright, we really need to. Well, but that's another crossing with the railway here. That doesn't make sense. Alright, let's put it here. You would fit in here very nicely. And we have a... Ah! This is gonna finalize this one. I just wish there wasn't a field, because that's gonna... Alright, let's skip that. I don't want to... Does that fit? Yes, like this. Cool. I'm trying to go for the aesthetic as well. I know that it might be a little bit of a detriment to the gameplay longevity, to be, completely fair. Well, there's such a thing as not caring about stuff like that. Right, let's expand here. This one would fit nicer, but there's no... This is nice. This could be nice. Look at it this way. And this would be cool, but that doesn't fit at all. And this will just harm us. I think this would be... Yeah, let's put it here. That way we have a river here that's actually working well. Yeah, only 4 more tiles and we'll have this one closed. Yeah, this works way better. Oh, this one worked out really nicely. I like this forest. I like how it looks all natural. This one works well too. I need to get more fields in here because this is... Again, an issue with the railroad here. I'm locking myself in here. Alright, this way we can just continue the fields this way and make sure that we finish it. I guess this one kind of fits. see, this is the issue with the river and railroad tiles. Because they do not fit very well. So I'm basically locking myself into the fact that the railroad will need to go this way. Well, alright. Okay, the lake is expanding really nicely. What about here? Where do we put you guys? We've been building a pretty decent city over here, so let's just continue with that. It will work well if we get ever... Okay, this works well. Oh god, look at this railroad town that's gonna come. How are we gonna fit that one in? I have no idea. And it's not gonna work here, so the only place where we can actually put it is either here, but I have no idea. Well, we could have like a connection through here. Alright, let's do that. I'll try to build something logical in here, but I'm already seeing that it might not work. Alright, it's gonna work, but now what are we gonna do with the river? Jesus, that is a bummer. Okay, let's close it off here. 29 tiles, I really need to be careful, but this one... This one looks like it's gonna be beneficial to us. This lake is gonna be huge. I don't think I ever built a lake, built big like this in the game. Alright, one more farm and we're done. Alright, gotcha. Now, river. Alright, it's gonna give us a little bit of a connection here. I like that. This also works as a land bridge. Nice. And now what? Where would you fit? Alright, let's close it off here. That is a kind of a nice addition. Alright, this is a special one that I unlocked, which is called a river or lake. I think it's a lake train station, which, as weird as it sounds, they actually make it work. Though I'm not sure how we would make it work here, but alright, it fits. So we're just trying to connect it to this railway somehow. How? Well, that's for us to figure out. Alright, this fit well. This makes absolutely no sense here. So I want to connect it like this. I guess this would work. Though... No, alright, like this. That's gonna be logical. You know, the river is gonna flow like this, create a large lake here, and it's gonna be flowing out like this, and we'll also finalize it if we can just connect it a little bit more. Okay, here we go, more railroad. And I could actually, if I want to, oh, I don't want to bank on that. I'm just gonna rather take a gamble here. Alright, like so. We just finalized one of the water tile goals. Alright, you fit really nicely. And what can we do with you? Not much, really. This railroad is gonna be a mess. I can already see that. It's always like this. Man, the railroads really are a bane of my existence. Alright, let's just expand you guys. This would fit if it wasn't for that. Okay, let's do it like so. Okay, this one fits like a glove. I just need to expand it a little bit. And it will be golden. Right, we need to be really careful because these two we could easily lock out if we don't get good forest tiles over here, but we're gonna try. It doesn't always work out, but if you try, you can do wonders. Wow, this one really fits nicely. I'm really shocked how well it works. But this means we're basically closing off the lake over here. Alright, and we just need one more tile that's gonna work for here. Alright, so we fixed you, and we really somehow need to continue the forest over here. Jesus, this one is gonna be complicated. Now I feel sad that I didn't store these farms. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to chain this one pretty well. This would be great. But we'll have to do it like this to allow ourselves to grow the trees this way, because we still have 2 more quests here. And I'm kind of afraid with the waterway here how it's gonna work. I'll just have to see. Okay, this actually fits really nicely. Okay, a couple of water tiles. So you fit extremely well. You do not fit at all. Nor do you really, that makes absolutely no sense. Nor does this one. Yeah, so I guess this is the only way we can go. That would be logical. Okay, lake can be filled here. And this will also work like this. Alright. This is making a lot of sense, man. I really like this area. Look at that. A really nice large forest, a lake with a complex river. It looks really lifelike. I kind of don't get why this one doesn't work over here. I guess I'm not seeing something. We could put it here for now. Why don't you work? Oh yeah, there's the... We don't really have any place to put the grassland, do we? Alright, I like this. And we just need one more like tile here to close it off. Pretty neat. Alright, this is gonna work right here. And this one is gonna work really nicely over here. The only way to expand the farms is this way, so we must not break that one up. A lake and a river. Oh, sorry, not a lake and a river, a lake and a railway. Alright, it could potentially work here. Yeah, I like that. But again, not really doing good when it comes to this side of the map. We've been doing really well over here. Yeah, so I mean, game over for these fields. So I don't want to do that. Not a good place for it. I guess here, that makes sense. Okay, a large farmlands that will allow us to grow 2 tiles in. Alright, this is perfect. Look at that. Nice. The lake is finished. The lake is finished, and my god, that looks really nice. So what am I gonna do here? It will just limit us again. I'm not really feeling like that area is going in the right direction. Okay, let's try and like this. That at least looks nice. Okay, this actually works. It will expand us nicely. Not a lot of railroads around here. Alright, that works. I guess we're expanding the city now. Okay. You would fit right in. Oh god, do we want to because we keep just piling up more requests. We're definitely gonna finish the forests. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. This is gonna bite me in the rear. I'm absolutely positive about it already, but just want to risk it, you know. I really want to have this like a nice section of the railroad, even if it's gonna cause us trouble. We have the farmlands. Can put it here. Ah, this one is nice. Okay, more river. Can't put it here. I guess we have to go this way. Alright, more farmlands. I think this is what we were waiting for, right? Yep, and we can expand over here. This one is nice as well. Alright, finish the quest here. So far so good. The game is rewarding us for our courage, which I can appreciate. Okay, let's connect it here. Okay, more forests. More farms. You fit. You also fit. More rivers. More farms. Alright, this makes actual sense. This one doesn't. This also doesn't. Oh god. I guess like so then. I'm kind of looking myself in many places and not really happy about that, but what can we do? That's how the game goes. Okay, these ones will work here. Alright, like so. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we need to do it like this. That's gonna finish this quest. And we just need to look at the lake in here. Okay, 29 tiles still left. That is actually really good. Now, where could we put you potentially? No. That doesn't work. It's a forest village. Somewhere like here? Nope. Alright, this one I like. Some more river. Oh no, I just locked myself in here. No, that makes no sense. Not to do that. Do not do that. Alright, a city. Alright. More forests. forests. Nice. More city. A river fork. Do we want to gamble on connecting all of these? This one I can... Do we have like a sharp... Yeah, there are some sharp turns. To look a little bit... Okay, let's put it like so. I want to... Alright, this is going well. Just a little bit more connections and we're gonna be done. 28. More houses. This is already looking absolutely bonkers. I don't know what I'm going for there at all. I need a large farming spot over here. More of a city. Yeah, this will break it. That's not at all what we're looking for here. Let's see if we can find two connecting farm tiles over here. By the way, the game will let you fail these tiles and fail the quests. It's not going to protect you from your own stupidity. If you get into a position where you cannot fix something, it will just take you at face value. This actually works well. Alright. No place like home. Actually, no, let's not put it there because we'll continue the railway here. Let's find a different spot for it. Something like this. More planes. More city. Alright, now this is a really weird. Really weird river tile that I've never seen before. Would it make sense somewhere? I have no idea where to put this one. I guess here? Alright, so now if we can connect here, we will win this. Alright, this makes a ton of sense. Alright, I feel like we can make a large lake here and it would look even maybe natural. Haha! Nice. This is exactly what I was going for. A chain of farmlands that filled us with joy. And I think I have officially beaten my high score. Not that it was something to be proud of. You know, 6,000 points is nothing. Or I assume so. I have actually no basis to claim that, but I assume it's nothing to be excited about, but you know, I like it generally. Right, fill the area here. Alright. Alright, so No, we won't be able to connect here. It's closed. So let me see, what if I put you somewhere here? No. We actually do not have a place for that. Alright, well, we'll have to build another chain. 25. What's this? I'm going to add 25 more? What's the problem? I guess so. Exactly 16 houses. Alright. So that's why it doesn't work. Well, so it's the only one that makes sense in this setup. Oh god. Now that is a railway nonsense. Too bad we can't fit it here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it here. I'll just put it here, like that, and pretend that it doesn't exist. More forest, and we're running out of cards. 25 tiles left. Not amazing. Starting to get to a point where we might be having a little bit of an issue on the line. Now I guess we have to close some of these too. I have no idea what will make this work, but I guess that's no. That will close us off from continuing here. So like this. All right. This actually works, but yeah, we need to get a couple of farmlands here and we'll be golden, but the question is if we have those tiles there somewhere. Exactly 9 more houses. Are we heading towards our doom? To be honest, might be. We'll see. Not today, we are not. Alright. Alright, connect here, and we still have a way to go over there. Nice. Connected here? What have we? Hey! Actually, that worked. That worked perfectly. Nice. I would have never guessed that that's how we're gonna close this off, but alright, can't complain. Can't complain. Again, that doesn't work because we'll close off the rail. Oh, I failed this one. We have only one place where we can continue. And alright, well, Didn't realize that, but yeah, I fumbled that one. Okay. Need to continue this way. I'll go natural, like there's more cities here and there's more water here, the railway, a lot of farms up in the north. I think the game can look really natural, even though if you're like me, you have no idea what you're doing most of the time and just going by feeling. Alright, let's build this area properly if the game will allow it. More houses for everyone. Farmland and water. Actually, that fits here really nicely. Like, it doesn't connect, but the general look of it is really nice. What we close it like this? Not perfect. Nothing like that. But really nice. And this actually connects well. A farm and a lake. Okay, let's make this a dead part of the area. I have 14 cards left. I'm really feeling optimistic. 13. Alright. Come on. The farms are the ones that are gonna cause this off for us. Alright, let's see this. Nice. Alright, just saved myself with 15 more cards. Yeah, definitely I've beaten my score now by 2,000 points already. Really nice. Alright, get more railroad here. That's not gonna work. I guess this is a good one. What would this one look like? It actually makes sense here. More rail. Which actually works. No farms though. Wait, you need to add exactly 9. I'll put you here, but yeah, exactly 6. I don't like these exact ones. Not really a fan. Yeah, because we knew that this one is gonna fail, so no worries. There's gonna be a big forest. Actually, Yeah, this makes more sense. Put you here. Okay, this is gonna fit. Expand the farms. More lakes. Right, like this. Not an ideal option, but it looks nice. 61. Okay, can connect you over here. This is a dead end. I'd like to extend that. I don't like that it's so empty. This one will actually connect well. This is an interesting tile. I don't recall ever seeing that one before. Alright, more of a river. I'm not sure I want to connect it like that. That would make it not suitable for any more expansion. Get 5 more tiles. Not good. I think we might be losing here. I wasn't paying attention. And now we do not have enough cards left. Snap. No, 3 left. 8. Yep, this is it. Three left. Alright, well, we've created a nice and large map. I like that. We did our best. It's the last one. Alright. Missed it by 10 trees. Alright, so where are we gonna put you? Over here to make this look nicer? Yeah. Alright. So 9,540 points. Not great. I was expecting for it to go a little bit longer, but still a pretty neat session. When you look at it, we've created a really nice map. As I said, it is more of a zen thing. We just go ahead and build a nice landscape, and I really enjoy the general sites, you know, that you kind of create a living world. I especially really like this area with the lake. That one was really nice. I wish we could have continued it a little bit longer. And the railroad, this one was actually also very surprising that it kind of worked out like an actual actual rail. Too bad we went to a dead end over here. I might have gone. Yeah, the rivers are doing better when they're all connected. I'll have to think about that next time I'm playing, that you have to put them all together, not to have them split like this, because the bodies of water go a little bit crazy eventually. So it's a good idea to have just like one complex rather than two, even if it feels a little bit better and it gives you a little bit more options. I should probably focus on connecting them, because if we had this one over here, all of these would have been finished by now, and that could have saved us, because those 10 extra cards could have at least 2 rails, and then these ones would trigger, and the forests would trigger as well, and the farms, of course. So yeah, but I had fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Again, this is just something quiet, something for an evening like this. So if you enjoyed it, go and buy it, because it is on sale right now, and it is a really nice game, worth the $6 they want for it.